इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत हैं पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Right. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Every day, we bring exciting and high potential franchise business from across the industry. For the past 28 years, Franchise India has proudly helped thousands of investors finding the right business opportunity and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. Franchise India, as world's largest integrated franchise solution company, our role is to ensure that your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from an investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct connect with the brand founders, the key stakeholders, understand the business opportunity in detail, and openly ask any sort of question which you may have related to the brand, the business, investment, growth, before you take the actual decision. In today's webinar, we are going to talk about a Canadian fast casual Tex-Mex restaurant brand called Guac Mexi Grill. Founded in 2016 in Canada by Trishna, Guac Mexi Grill is a premium fast casual Tex-Mex restaurant brand known for its bold flavors, clean ingredients, and franchise-first approach. What began as a single outlet has grown into a network of 55 plus locations across North America, establishing Guac as a fast casual player in the premium QSR segment. The brand offers freshly prepared Tex-Mex cuisine, including signature creations, built your own ball and burritos, vegetarian options, and house-made sausages. Its menu is designed for operational efficiency, scalability, and broad consumer appeal while maintaining a premium dining experience. With a proven business model and a growing global ambition, the brand is now exploring expansion opportunity in India and other international market. And to talk about the same, I'm joined with the founder herself. We have Trishna, who's the founder, along with our managing director, Franchise India, Sonia Chaudhary. We have Kushag. Kushag is uh, the consultant, strategy consultant. We have Vivek, who is the business development manager, and Somil, who will heading this business expansion all across India. But before I invite the panel to talk more about this, I would like to inform all the viewers that you also have opportunity to ask questions. Luckily, we have the founder herself today with us. Any question that you would like to ask, please keep on sharing it in the Q&A option or chat box, and we will take them up once the presentation is over. Uh, I would now request our Managing Director, Sonil Chaudhary. I mean, if she can sort of set the context, and then we'll move on further. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Bharat. And at the outset, I'd like to welcome Trushna on the webinar. And friends, I'd like to also say this is not just another opportunity that is being launched today. In fact, Franchise India is proud partners with Guac, Trushna. We have taken the master franchise rights for the entire territory of India. And it was only a week back that we announced this partnership. So we're proud to present this opportunity to all our investor community who is here on the webinar. So just to extend on what Bharat said, I'd like to also introduce Trushna. She's the founder and the CEO of the business, which is one of Canada's fastest growing Mexican fast casual restaurant brand. And the brand was launched about 10 years back with a vision to offer fresh, clean label Mexican food prepared in-house rather than relying on processed ingredients. And that is a differentiator that we bring on the table. And also, what makes her leadership, I would say, stand out is she has strong people first leadership style, which is focused on franchise success and a long term partnership. And it started from a single location. And today, because of Trishna's leadership and hands on, operational experience working directly with our franchise partners, proud to say, have been expanded throughout Canada in 55 plus locations and developed a very scalable franchise model which is focused on strong unit economics, and that has been a very very big large focus for Trishna, and operational consistency. So currently expanding across Canada, and we are proud to introduce in India. Now, as I speak, we are already speaking to some of the like-minded entrepreneurs in India. And Trishna was here in India. I think she still is. She's flying back in a day. We met with few partners last week when we were there in the exhibition in Delhi. So friends, we'll take you through this opportunity. We'll run you through a small presentation. Any questions that you might have, we'll be happy to answer that. And Somil, you see on the screen, he leads the entire association franchise development across India. He along with his team members will be happy to get in touch with you and get into one-to-one discussions with our interested partners. So I'll give back to Trishna. Trishna, if you want to give a little bit background about your journey and how it started, we'll talk about the business model, and subsequently, if there are any questions that we want to take live, we'll do that. Over to you, Trishna.
You're on mute, Trishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Sonia, for the introduction, and thank you, Bharat, for little overview. My name is Trishna Makadia. As you see, I'm from India. I have born and studied in India, migrated to Canada in 2002. By profession, I'm an accountant. The Guac journey started in 2014. That's where I noticed that there is a gap in the market where there are a Mexican restaurant available, but there is no premium fast casual Mexican Tex-Mex style available. And that's where we feel a gap. We started developing a recipe. We believe in the food is my passion. So we believe in creating a recipe which is authentic, but at the same time it's a clean ingredient. We have developed our own sauces where there's no preservatives, no artificial flavors. And the current generation is big on eating a clean food. And that's where our journey started. It took a couple years for me to put all the recipe together. And finally, in 2016, we opened a first guac in Ontario. And since then, we started growing. We have a 55 plus locations in Canada. We have given a master franchise in the US. This year we are growing in the USA. It's a 10th anniversary for us, and it's a big mark for us. That's where we have entered in the US market. We are entering into the India. So huge deal for us, but I'm especially very excited for Indian market because this is my home. I'm coming back to home, and definitely it's a very special for me to come back to home with my passion. And I'm here. If you have any questions regarding a brand, any product, feel free to drop a message or ask a question. And just handing over to Bharat.
Right. Thanks so much, Krishna. Now, let's get started with the presentation. Vishal.
Yeah. Yeah. So Vivek, can you just share the first slide, first presentation? Like, thank you. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. So we are excited to introduce Guac Mexi Grill, a premium fast casual Tex-Mex brand that has successfully established itself in Canada and US and is now preparing for expansion into high growth international markets, including India. So what makes Guac unique is its combination of bold flavors, fresh ingredients, operational efficiency, and a franchisee model designed for scalability. Today, we'll walk you through the brand story, growth journey, business model, franchisee support system, and why we believe Guac is exceptionally positioned to succeed in the Indian market. So, where it all started, every successful brand begins with a founder who identifies a gap in the market. Guac Mexi Grill was founded by Trishna Makadia, an entrepreneur with more than 16 years of hospitality and business leadership experience. So rather than accepting these limitations, I mean, during that time, she noticed recurring challenges around food quality, operational consistency, and franchisee support. So she decided to build something better. The result was Guac Mexi Grill, a brand focused on premium ingredients, operational excellence, transparency, and a genuine partnership approach with franchisees. Next slide. Okay. So since launching in 2016, Guac has grown from a single restaurant into a network of more than 55 locations across North America. This growth has not happened by chance. It is outcome of a carefully designed franchisee model, strong operational systems, and a commitment to helping franchisees succeed. The brand has also earned industry recognition, including awards for quality and innovation. Most importantly, Guac has demonstrated that its model is scalable, repeatable, and adaptable, qualities that are essential for successful international expansion. Next slide. So today, Guac stands at an exciting stage of its journey. The brand has already validated its business model, established operational processes, and built strong franchisee infrastructure. So three factors which positions Guac for accelerated growth are: first is a scalable franchisee model. Secondly, a proven support system that helps franchisees from site selection through daily operations. And thirdly, a streamlined development process that allows stores to kind of open efficiently and consistently. This foundation significantly reduces execution risk as the brand enters new markets. So why Guac? What are the key differentiators? When investors and franchisee partners evaluate restaurant brands, the key question is always why this brand over others. Guac differentiates itself through four major pillars. Firstly, comprehensive site selection and design support, ensuring franchisees secure locations with the highest potential. Secondly, extensive training programs that provide hands on operational knowledge before launch. Thirdly, marketing and operational support designed to drive customer acquisition and long term profitability. And fourthly, access to premium ingredients and trusted suppliers that help maintain consistent quality across every location. Together, these elements create a franchise system built for a long term success rather than a short term growth. What makes Next slide. So what makes us stand out beyond franchisee support? The product and customer experience themselves create a strong competitive advantage. Guac's first differentiator is its house-made approach. Unlike many competitors who rely heavily on pre-packaged products, Guac prepares sauces and flavor components in store, delivering authenticity as well as freshness. Secondly, it is the premium fast casual. It is actually at the premium fast casual positioning. The restaurant environment combines modern design, clean aesthetics, and a premium feel that appeals to today's urban consumers. Thirdly, is the operational simplicity. The kitchen workflow is designed to maximize efficiency, reduce waste, as well as maintain consistency, making the model easier to scale. So, next slide. So, a simple, scalable menu engineered for speed. One of the biggest challenges in restaurant operation is balancing menu variety with operational efficiency. Guac addresses this through a carefully engineered menu structure. Customers can choose from signature menu items or create customized meals through a build your own format. The menu also caters to evolving consumer preferences through vegetarian options, high protein choices, and varying spice levels. So, this approach provides flexibility for customers while maintaining a streamlined operation for franchisee owners. So, the result is faster service, lower complexity, as well as stronger profitability. Next slide. Yeah. So, in today's restaurant industry, customers are purchasing more than food, they are purchasing an experience. Guac's design philosophy reflects this reality. The brand combines minimalist aesthetics, industry modern finishes, premium materials, and distinctive visual elements. Every touch point, from restaurant interiors to packaging, reinforces a consistent premium brand identity. This creates an environment that is memorable, social media friendly, as well as highly relevant to younger urban consumers. Ultimately, the guest experience uh, becomes a competitive advantage that drives repeat visits and brand loyalty. Next slide. So, a great restaurant concept alone is not enough. The ability to franchise successfully requires systems, processes, and ongoing support. Guac has built a complete ecosystem around franchisee success. This includes operations management, staff training, marketing support, and compliance guidance, real estate assistance, as well as established supply chain partnerships. By providing support across every critical business function, Guac helps franchisees focus on growth while maintaining brand standards. So, yeah, we can go to the next slide. I think, yeah, okay. So I'll just share my DTM deck now. We can close this. Just a second. Um, I hope everyone is able to see. Just a second. Right. Yeah. So I quickly run through the presentation. So, about the Indian operational edge. Today, Guac stands at an exciting stage of its journey. The brand has already validated its business model, established operational processes, and built a strong franchisee infrastructure. So, three factors position Guac for accelerated growth are: firstly, a scalable franchisee model; secondly, a proven support system that helps franchisees from site selection through daily operation; and thirdly, a streamlined development process that allows stores to kind of help move forward. So, talking about the expansion strategy. So, this slide summarizes our Indian vision. Our objective is to establish Guac as a leading premium fast casual Tex-Mex brand in the country. We are entering through a master franchisee model that combines local market expertise with proven international systems. Our positioning is clear: elevated fast casual dining that offers better quality than traditional QSRs while maintaining the convenience and speed consumers expect. The strategy combines strong brand building, flagship locations with high efficiency formats that maximize throughput as well as delivery demand. Talking about the store format, so we have designed two complementary formats. The first is the non-traditional format, which acts as our volume engine. So these compact stores are ideal for corporate parks, business districts, and delivery heavy markets. The second is the end cap or inline format, which acts as the flagship brand experience. These larger stores showcase the full walk experience, including open kitchens, premium interiors, and the complete menu offering. Together, these formats allows us to balance brand building with operational efficiency and scalability. So as we move forward, let's now look at why the Indian market presents such a compelling opportunity and how current consumer trends align with the Guac's positioning. So the market analysis of India. Indian food service industry is undergoing a structural shift. Consumers are moving away from highly processed fast food and are increasingly seeking fresher, more premium dining options. This creates a significant opportunity for brands that can combine quality, transparency, as well as convenience. Guac's competitive advantage lies in its ability to deliver house-made food, premium ingredients, as well as operational speed simultaneously. This positions the brand squarely within the fastest growing segment of the market. So our target audience consists of four key customer groups. The first one is the urban professionals who needs quality food quickly. The second one is the health conscious consumers looking for high protein options. The third one is the Gen Z as well as millennials who value aesthetics as well as social experiences. And the fourth one, which is the food enthusiasts who care deeply about ingredient quality as well as transparency. Together, these groups represent one of the most attractive consumer segments in India's food service industry today. So, talking about the Indian market expansion, which is the macro view, the Indian food and beverage market is projected to grow significantly over the coming years, with uh, with $125 billion projected by 2029. So this growth is being driven by urbanization, rising disposable incomes, as well as changing consumption habits. Importantly, consumers are no longer evaluating food solely on price. Quality, health, transparency, as well as experience are becoming increasingly important purchase drivers. So these trends directly support Guac's premium fast casual positioning. Um, so if we go into deep dive into the overall QSR as well as fast casual, so within the broader market, the QSR and fast casual is growing even faster. A major gap exists between value focused fast foods as well as expensive full service dining. Walk is specifically designed to occupy this space by delivering restaurant quality food at a fast casual speed and pricing. The brand creates a strong value positioning proposition that is currently underserved in India. So this slide highlights the consumer shifts driving demand. People want less processed food. They want transparency, they want healthier ingredients, and they want better experiences. Guac addresses each of these needs through house-made preparation, premium ingredients, localized flavor profiles, as well as modern store design. This is why we believe the brand is well positioned to capture the emerging premium middle segment. Talking about the opportunity and target segments, the opportunity is not simply selling Mexican food. The opportunity is serving a growing population of urban consumers who are willing to pay more for better quality. Our primary targets for our professionals are aged between 25 and 45, health conscious flexitarians, as well as experience driven Gen Z consumers. These audiences are already demonstrating willingness to pay a premium for authenticity, transparency, as well as convenience. Let's not talk about the product itself, because ultimately food is the foundation of the brand. Guac's menu philosophy is simple: craft over shortcuts. Every menu item is designed to balance authenticity, speed, as well as local relevance. Our hero products include customizable burritos, high protein bowls, tacos, quesadillas, and shareable snacks. For India, we are adapting the protein mix with paneer, soya chap, and tofu while maintaining the same Tex-Mex cooking techniques and flavor profiles used internationally. What differentiates us is not the menu, but how it is prepared. House-made sauces, zero preservatives, and visual food preparation become part of the consumer experience. For franchisee partners, this creates a strong premium positioning without requiring a highly complex kitchen operation. So, talking about the brand strategy, so localization is one of the most important pillars of our India strategy. Rather than forcing global products into the market, we are adapting intelligently. We will maintain separate vegetarian and non-vegetarian preparation areas to build trust among Indian consumers. The menu will also include egg-free and Jan-friendly options, helping us unlock a significantly larger customer base without diluting the brand. The objective is clear: maintain international quality standards while making the menu culturally relevant and widely acceptable. So, so as you can see, here we actually stand in terms of the other competitors, with the experiential lifestyle versus value premium. So, talking about the brand positioning and core message. So, core promise is that own the premium middle. We deliver authentic, smoky Tex-Mex with zero artificial shortcuts. So, functional benefit, as you can see, culinary precision; emotional benefit, uncompromised satisfaction; and the brand essence is that bold flavor starts here, craft over shortcuts. So, talking about the marketing channels, our marketing approach is digital first and highly targeted. Key channels include social media, food delivery platforms, influencer collaboration, corporate partnerships, events, and festivals. The goal is to reach consumers wherever food decisions are being made and create consistent brand visibility across multiple touchpoints. Rather than generic food photography, we focus on storytelling. We showcase fire grilling, fresh preparation, house-made sauces, and behind-the-scenes craftsmanship. This helps consumers visually understand the difference between guac as well as traditional fast food competitors. The strategy is designed to create authenticity, engagement, and social sharing. So, I'll now go with the financial model. So this is what the financial proposal is. For the high street, which is the 500 to 900 square feet, and for flagship, which will be ranging from 1200 to 1800 square feet. So the total investment for the high street will be ranging from 50 lakhs, and it for flagship it will start around 75 lakhs. The franchisee fee is 10 lakhs. Royalty will be 6% plus 2% for marketing. Payback period will be 28 to 36 months. Agreement period will be 5 plus 5 years. And the ROI will be 30%. So if you have any question, as we conclude that, I want to kind of emphasize that Guac is more than a restaurant concept. It is scalable. It is a scalable platform built around quality, transparency, operational efficiency, and franchisee success. Our franchisee management framework covers recruitment, onboarding, training, technology, audits, inventory management, marketing, and everything. So the goal is to create partnership ecosystem with franchisees, where franchisees have the tools and support required to succeed. So we believe India represents one of the most exciting growth opportunities for the brand, and we look forward to partnering with entrepreneurs who share our vision. So thank you, and we would be happy to answer any questions. Over to you, Bharat.
Thank you so much, Kushagra. And friends will be happy. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the Q&A box. We'll be happy to answer them. And just to quickly summarize, and also, our stand when it comes to Franchise India, we are a company, we have always been at the forefront of sensing a lot of trends in the global market, much before anyone has done in the last 28 years. And we have also spearheaded more than 800 global brands entries in markets like India, subcontinent, UAE, Central Asia. And there are very few opportunities where we have a big belief on the founder. I think that's for us the starting point, the overall concept and the opportunity for us to create that category big in a market like India. We take a bigger responsibility where we become the master franchise of the brand. And so in case of Guac, we are proud, like I said, master franchise owners. Now it is an opportunity which I would say is a proven franchise growth model. They perfected the model in their home market, which is Canada, which is also very, very competitive market, and then entered USA, now in India. So in the last 10 years, a very big growth, scalable and sustainable also, I would say, at the same time, where we've been able to grow in three markets globally. And Mexican Tex-Mex category has a very significant white space when it comes to India as an opportunity compared to other categories like burgers or pizzas, which already has a lot of other players in the market. And the cuisine has moved from a niche category, I would say, maybe 10 or 15 years back, to a mainstream international food choice in all major cities in India. And today, I would say the end consumers are increasingly, familiar with the menu, including burritos, tacos, nachos, rice bowls. So I see overall opportunity has a very strong fit with the Indian taste preferences. It is very close. So the Mexican food is very close to the Indian palate and naturally aligns with the overall, palate because of the bold spices, the flavors which are used, and also familiar ingredients compared to many other Western cuisines, which I would say many of us might not be familiar with. And also the overall opportunity is very, very scalable, operational, very easy to manage. Tex-Mex assembly line is how it operates. So relatively simple to replicate operationally for a franchise partner, as it is an assembly line model. And it does not require complex cooking stations or multiple chefs or extensive prep teams. It is also very delivery friendly cuisine, right? So it can go in all platforms like Swiggy, Zomato, and all the menus that we have can go on deliveries. So the model overall we're looking at is one is somebody who wants to own and operate a single location or multiple locations, and second is we're also looking at co-founders with us in India who are willing to take the area rights in a particular market. So when I say a particular market, we would like to start with the larger cities or opportunity cities, which includes Delhi, Gurgaon, Mumbai, Pune, Goa for that matter, Ahmedabad, and also cities like Hyderabad, Chennai, and Bangalore, Kolkata, Tri-City. So these are the top cities that we want to go in. And we're looking at the same time, somebody who comes with the experience of food or service industry at large, and even first-time entrepreneurs, because I said the operations comparatively are very, very simple to operate. So the area franchise model, we're looking at partners who would run and operate a complete territory, would be responsible for operating at least minimum of one location by themselves, and that location becomes a pilot for our partners. Now the area franchise partner has a benefit, because Franchise India owns the master right. So any territory in India where we award the mass area franchise rights to a partner, the team of Franchise India will also work with the area partner to develop the territory, right? So which means the entire cost of acquiring a new partner, the cost of acquisition, acquiring a new partner, is completely with Franchise India. So for example, if you take the rights of a city like Bombay, so you will own and operate one location, and the rollout in the territory is something, the lead generation cost, our teams, the franchise sales team, that entire cost would be borne by Franchise India. So that is one. And the area developer gets two revenue streams. One is he gets a revenue from the overall franchise fees from the subunits, and he also has an ongoing royalty which is shared with him, collected. So these are two models. We're looking at 500 to 900 square feet of space, which can have relatively about 20 odd seaters. Which includes the entire setup cost, our equipment, and franchise fees. And then we're looking at larger format, which can go up to, I would say, 1800 square feet, which ideally would have about 50 to 80 odd covers, which can be accommodated. So, friends, if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer these questions for you. And Trishna, I'll also request if you want to add anything, before we close, I'll request if you can further, maybe extend or summarize the entire opportunity for all our friends who've joined.
Thank you, Sonia. I think between Kushagra and you, everything has been covered mostly. I just like to add one thing when it comes to the localize the food. So India has its own palate. You covered it. You nailed it, Sonia. That Mexican palate and the Indian flavor palate, it's quite similar. So, but again, when I come from Indian background, for me, it's a lot easier to understand what Indian
Correct.
the palette is. So we are all prepared. We were excited even before we started a franchising approach in India. I have started putting a menu together. So in that way, we are all set. We are ready, and if there is any questions, we are here to answer.
Great. That's very, very helpful. Tushna, I also like to say, friends, the cuisine is not new to India. And like I said, there's a big white space because this category, there are no brands currently in India which are franchising. And at Franchise India, we see a big demand for categories, and especially for the millennials and the Gen Z. And the second area is today when you go to a mall, when you have a differentiated concept or a cuisine, you are the first in line as a priority for all the leading malls in India to give you a preference. Now, also our few partners, and especially our area partners or our first partner, we would also want them to take training in Canada. We'll also like to invite you. I think once there is meeting of minds and we formally, decide that we want to go ahead, maybe our few initial partners, we would like to also invite them to Canada to take the training. And Trishna is very hands-on entrepreneur founder. She works very, very closely. In fact, all locations in Canada, the larger number of locations currently operating are owned and operated by franchise partners. And she knows India very well because she comes naturally, Indian her origin. She's already started working on, the kind of menu we would need, which is relevant for Indian market. So there would be a mild customization, I would say, but largely the overall menu development has already been done. The entire supply chain will be centralized. Our teams at Franchise India, or I would say Guac India team, will work with our partners from the design of the locations, help you even secure a good location because that is extremely important. I think there are two areas. One for us is the profile of the partner. We need hands-on operators who would run and operate the business. And the second, as a company, will not compromise on the location because location is the key. So Guac India team also has a team which is a real estate team that is continuously reaching out to malls and maybe high streets to also scout locations. So our teams will work with you end to end from scouting a location to architect design, supply chain, getting you and your staff trained, help you in launch, getting influencers, and create with you a plan, through the entire journey. So friends, this is what we wanted to bring to you today. I'll also want Somil, if you want to share your contact details I think you've already done that. So friends,
Yes.
Somil has also shared his email ID, his contact details. And before we close, I'll let Somil also share maybe a few words with everyone.
And there is a question also, ma'am. What is the area franchise fee for
So
the entrepreneurs?
sure. So, Takaji, we'll discuss location to location. So, Andhra Pradesh at the initial stage, we are only not AP, I would say, but we're looking at foremost, if you want to go to
Typical.
that area, we're looking at Hyderabad rights, right? So,
Right.
the minimum fee for any territory would depend on the rollout that we foresee. Now, for all the top cities which I talked about, we see a rollout of anything from 30 to 50 odd locations. And our franchise fees typically would range from about, I would say, 50 odd lakhs to 90 odd lakhs. So depending on the territory, the potential we would have, we can speak one to one. And like I said, you have two set of sharings. One is sharing on the franchise fee. So on every acquisition of a sub franchisee under you, there's a share that goes to the area developer. And second is the royalty, which is collected every single month. That's a recurring royalty that is collected.
Uh,
All right.
Thank you, Sonia ma'am. First of all, Sudhakar ji, I have already shared my contact details. Why don't you reach out to me directly and we can take this conversation forward? So that's to Sudhakar ji. And specifically, I'd like to add some more interesting story about Guac as a brand. First of all, Because see, food and brand need some fantastic stories that connect emotionally with the consumers. One of the most intriguing part about Guac as a brand and the founder is that the founder, I don't know, Krishna, why didn't you share this? But you have traveled multiple times to Mexico physically to check out the sauces, how they taste, and then you have created those sauces in house. Now that's fantastic. Normally people do, procurement based reverse engineering. You have done in-house reverse engineering of the product, so that's something which is more passionate into the story for the brand. That's amazing. One of the another intriguing thing about Mexican and the Texan cuisine is that the taste palette is very, very closer to Indian taste palette, which makes them adaptable to the Indian formats of cuisine, which is breads and rice and all, and obviously proteins then can go on to it. So that makes it as much Indian cuisine as well and doesn't look alienated cuisine. Just look at it this way from any food and beverage business point of view. If Indians have internalized and owned up and made burgers and pizzas completely at home, then Mexican cuisine will even become faster as much as an Indian cuisine, like the burgers and pizzas, which are still alien cuisines or for Western cuisines for Indian consumers. What Guac? I don't know why nobody talks about what Guac stands for. Guac is actually the most common Mexican dip available in US. It's short for guacamole, which is made by peeling fresh avocados and mashing them with mortar and pestle, adding some salt, some fresh lime juice, and cilantro. And that's how guac is, and it's the most common Mexican dip used in the North America, which is US and Canada. Again, traveling back to India, and look at the ingredients. Like avocado might feel Western to you, but lime juice, cilantro, which is known as coriander in rest of the world, especially in India, and salt. Now, this is nothing like the green chutney actually equivalent that we use. Just replacing some ingredient with guacamole and makes it as much Indian as a cuisine as much as any other format. So there is a lot of interesting story about guac as a brand itself, about the founder, how she and another interesting thing about the founder is that not just she has been passionately developing the food and the menu herself, she is also, by education and by her initial career, she is actually a finance professional. So she's very, very conscious about unit economics and ensuring the profitability for the franchise partners as well. So it's a very, very unique fusion as a founder herself, who brings the financial expertise as well as the culinary expertise to ensure that our franchise partners, whosoever will on board with us on making this brand great, will have healthy profitability in the medium to long run as well. So that's it from my side on the brand piece. My contact details I've already mentioned on the chats. I request people to reach out to me directly, and let's make Guac bigger in India. Thank you.
Thank you, Somil. So in case if anyone would like to get in touch with us, I think we already have shared the number in the chat box. You can get in touch with any of those number, maybe Franchise India or Somil is more closer. So yeah, before we end this, the webinar, Trishna, in case if you would like to add anything as a closing remarks for the investors.
Thank you, Bharat. I like to thank all the Franchise India team for trusting a brand and the launching a brand. And I'm very excited. I don't have much to say. The Franchise India team has a very good experience that covers everything. However, I'm very excited, and I like to thank all of you, and very excited to join new franchise partners in India.
Thank you so
Right,
much,
thanks.
Trishna, and we look forward to making it very, very big and very successful. So, friends, while we're looking at partners to come forward, but equally we are very, very picky about the partners who would come on board with us. And like I said, we're looking at partners in the form of co-founders with us who actually develop the market along with us. Thank you so much, friends, for being with us today.
Thanks, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I'll see you tomorrow once again with a new brand, and we'll explore another business opportunity. Till then, take care. Have a nice day ahead. Bye-bye.